Just to the west of the mighty Mississippi, we're at the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Colorado Rockies and the St. Louis Cardinals. Get ready for Cardinals baseball. Alex Reyes, a right-hander from the Garden State of New Jersey, gets the ball here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last three starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. These Rockies guys, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Roll. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Stepping up now, Tony Walters, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Now the payoff pitch home, left side, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
He's been cold. Batting average fell below 230, but that knock might have put him in a positive frame of mind. Hopefully that's the start of something big right now.
Striding into the box, Darren James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at bat. There's a fastball that just misses, ball one. Fastball stays way up that time for ball two.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
2 balls and a strike. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. And he will not make the play. It's off his glove. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month. Now to the plate, Yadier Molina, runner in scoring position with Sugan.
Catcher, Yadier Molina.
The 2-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. LeMahieu ranging into shallow right, and that ends the inning. No damage done after the 2-out triple. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Stepping in and ready for another shot, German Marquez. First time up, he went down looking. Now the 3-2 pitch. Line drive to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. Halfway home, still no score. Digging in and looking for more, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
Here comes the first pitch. Hard hit towards center. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. Throw won't get him.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
The catcher, number 4.
Ready for another chance? Yadier Molina, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Ready for another shot now. Joey Rickard. He singled his last time up.
Center fielder, Joey Rickard.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. Dunn, a left-hander who goes an even 6 feet. He was taken in the very late rounds back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
3-0 now.
And remember here, there's an open base at first, so a walk is not the worst thing that could happen right here.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. Ready once again, Alex Reyes. He laid down a sacrifice bunt in his last trip. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Dahl going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. And this will not be in time as he's into third base safely. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Colton Wong. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Chopped weakly to the left. He's got it. Throw on to first, and a good job of working out of that one with just limited damage as the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Rockies nothing. And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. And he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
James is there, and he'll bring this one in. Digging in to try it again, Ian Desmond. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ground ball left side. The second for 1. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw.
Great job of hustle there by the base runner.
Striding in once again, Charlie Blackmon. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. James is there. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. But not in time as the run scores, and the lead is trimmed to 1.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
James.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. Lifted down the line in left. Dahl will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 1. Digging in once again, Tony Walters. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Last strike now for Colorado. This one's down to third. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
And if you're the manager, you've got to love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more. And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season. It certainly won't be his last.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1, the final score this afternoon. St. Louis wrote an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Alex Reyes with his 4th win this season, permitting only 2 hits in 6 complete innings. Greg Holland wraps it up for the save, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. We are set to bring you baseball from one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. Drew Smyly gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me, a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and 2, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here, this team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill you in the standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now.
The count now at 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. Gloved by Russell. Throw pulls him off the base, and everyone's going to be saved.
Man, errors are never welcome, but to make one with 2 outs in the first is especially painful. Now your pitcher has to make extra throws, and that could make the difference in how long he lasts in this game.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. 2 hits here in the inning lead to a run for the Redbirds. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Cardinals lead it 1-0. Digging in, the switch hitter, Darren James. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Oh, 1, here's the pitch. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hap is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Cards strand a couple, but they're up 1-0. The next Cub up, Addison Russell, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And the pitch.
Russell.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. James will wait on it. And he puts it away for the 1st down. And with 1 away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these 2 teams sit in relation to one another. Digging in for his 2nd at-bat, Albert Almora. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James is after it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors, and no one left. On now to the top of inning number 4. All tied at 1-1. Anthony Rizzo stands in now, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his 1st at-bat. The 1-2 goes the other way as this is lined to left, and that'll get by and on through towards the wall. Contreras rounds the corner and is headed home. He'll score easily as they now trail by only 2.
And you know, there's just so few places in the strike zone where you can keep this guy.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Darren James. He flew out in his last at bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fouled off. Hit hard down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. Carpenter, base runner at first with 1 out. That misses. 1-2. Down the 3rd baseline. A dive, but he can't make the play, and it's down the left field line.
Nice hit right there. All right, take a look around.
And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Yadier Molina. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a...
This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. The relay, but he gets back in time, safe at second base.
You know, it's funny, the first 2 strikes are for the fans. You're trying to put balls in the seats right there. With 2 strikes, it's for the team. You got to shorten up and find a way, and that's exactly what he did right there. Soft liner into right field for a base hit.
That'll bring in Joey Rickard. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Now the 3-2 pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score. So here now's the pitcher, Michael Waka. James on third. Molina over at second. Rickard at first. 1 gone. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now. Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. His past history against John Lester, he's 0 for 5. Pickoff throw to third. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Skied into very shallow right. Hayward has a play. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the 1 run scores here in the frame. 2 hits here in the inning lead to a run for the Redbirds. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Cubs 2. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jason Hayward. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and hit in the air to left. James is there. 2 down.
Cut hold, no runner.
Digging in, Darren James. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Here comes the 1-0. Fly ball right down the line in left. And the Cards are going to wind up with extra bases again as they are on fire right now. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. The numbers head-to-head with Steve Cishek. He's 1 for 5. Now the 3-0 offering. Pitch taken for ball 4. The throw. And he will be nailed at third on a questionable decision, to say the least, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. St. Louis is out in front, 7-2. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1.
Hey, he gets a pass right there for that ugly swing. He's been having a monster season. Take a step out of the box, regroup. He'll get right back in this AB.
High in the air down the right field line. And this is taken in easily, and just like that, 2 are gone to start the 8th inning. 8th inning now from Wrigley Field with the visitors. Here's Jason Hayward now. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. Now the 0-1. Hard hit toward the hole. And into left field for a 1-out hit.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Drew Storen is in out of the bullpen now.
4 wins in a row for these guys, and I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about themselves. We'll see how long they can keep this up.
And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. The St. Louis Cardinals took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Michael Wacha notches his 3rd win of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my part. Now baseball under the lights of Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight, the 2nd of 4 between the St. Louis Cardinals. Chris Bassett is on the mound for game 2. What's your take on him, Dan?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 2nd inning coming up here at Wrigley with no score. So coming to the plate, Darren James. He comes in today leading the National League in hitting this year.
James.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tough slider down low for a strike. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here, this team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't once.
Here's Javier Baez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Pulls this one in the air out to left. DeYoung over to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So 2 runs on 2 base hits, 1 Cardinal error, and a couple of men left. 3 innings complete. The Cubs are on top 2-0. In now, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman. So in now for Chicago, Ian Happ. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Pitch on the way. That's lifted the other way out to left. James has a read on it. He's got it 1 away. All right, so time now for the Cardinals. Into the box now, Ian Happ. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run is scored. And the second run will score. It's now a 4-0 game.
Boy, Hero, talk about.
So digging in now, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Here's the first pitch to him. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line.
Pick it up.
And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. 0-1 pitch on its way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 delivery. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Ozuna leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Yeah, it was a great battle there, and he was one strike away from putting him away. As a pitcher, you hate to put a guy on for free after all that work.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Now here's a pitcher back to the mound. On to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning. Cards strand a couple. They still find themselves down 6-zip. Digging in, Darren James. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
I know he's well aware of the fact he can't tie this with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's trying to ignite the boys by driving something out of the ballpark.
And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1. Two runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors to this point for the Cardinals. And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
When your team is behind this late in the game, it's not a good look for you as a hitter to show no discipline and wave at a pitch that wasn't even sniffing the zone.
The count now at 2-2. The 2-2. And a swing and a miss, so the NL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, and there are 2 gone. 8th inning now from Wrigley.
Hey, a nice win for them all around, and an even better way to start things off on the first day of summer, when every team looks ready to get on a roll.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. The Cubs. Now from the windy city of Chicago, baseball from beautiful Wrigley Field. Tonight it's Jose Quintana will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
First pitch on its way. Hit sharply toward the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey,
you don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Stepping in, Andreas Zamora, and he is proving to be something of a non-threat with the bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. Softly hit to the left side, but little trouble handling this one down there at third, as that will end the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. And now the Cubs pitcher, Jose Hit on the ground to third. Carpenter has it. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Cubs strand one. Will move to the third with no score. Stepping up now, Javier Baez. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. The pitcher's owned him. He's a paltry 1 for 11. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James is going to get there. 1 down. Striding into the box, Darren James. He reached on a single in his first try. Here's the first pitch to him. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that's a fair ball heading out toward the 353 sign on the ivy. Ozuna rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Well, there's one way to get our first run of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0 with another base hit here.
So stepping in, Andrés Zamora. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Popped up, back behind second. Therefore it is Baez, and he's got it for the first out. So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Carlos Martinez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Towards second. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Boy, D-Roll, that's a case right there. He hit it.
At the walks for him thus far. The 1-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. James on the move, and that's the third out. Stepping in, Darren James. 2 for 2 with a triple on it. First pitch on its way. And that one stayed too low apparently. Takes a knee-high. One error for the Cardinals to this point. Line towards center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Cubs nothing. Striding in once again, Mark Zagunis. It was a walk in his last trip. Lifted in the air out to left. James giving chase, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chris Bryant. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what is he doing? He shows up, Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Around first, digging for 2. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base.
Ready for another shot now, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. Looking up is Contreras, and that's off the scoreboard. What a blast. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 21 for him on the season, and the Cardinals open it up now. It's 4-1.
They still have the bottom of the ninth to try and stage a comeback, but one thing that's not coming back is this blast to extend the lead to 3. Nice knowing you've got some room for error. Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The St. Louis Cardinals used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Carlos Martinez earns his 6th winning decision in this one as he goes 6+ innings and allows only a pair of base hits. Greg Holland earns the save out of the bullpen, his 2nd. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score tonight.
And as we set the stage for you here, currently 1 out and 1 on here in the inning. Digging in, the switch hitter, Darren James. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Here comes the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Rickard leads off first with 1 away. Lifted down the line in left. Happ is in pursuit. 2 gone. Drew Storen is on his way into the ballgame now as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year.
And that's save number 33 on the season for him, matching my career best for a season. The difference is
on a balmy summer night in the Rocky Mountains. The show comes to you from Coors Field in downtown Denver. Tonight we get the week started with the first of 4 between the St. Louis Cardinals. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Darren James. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Now, boys, we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On now to the bottom of the second. And we are tied 0-0. Here's Nolan Arenado.
The batter, number 28, third baseman, Nolan.
The 1-2. Is a high drive to left. Back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Sean Rodriguez. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. James going back into the bleachers and gone.
Well, when a manager talks about hitting being contagious, that is exactly what we're talking about. One guy tees off, and the guy behind him starts to feel a little bit more confident, a little bit more focused. The next thing you know, you've got 3 home runs in an inning, and your entire offense is off and running.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Dahl comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. Ready for another chance? David Dahl. He struck out and popped out in his 2 previous trips. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Another good inning for the Rockies, and Blake Street might be beckoning for 1 or 2 of this bunch. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Ready once again, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. That was a curveball that never really broke, stayed high. Right over the middle, knee high.
1-1.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. Carpenter stands at first with 1 out. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. Carpenter is on his way home. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Dahl is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. This one pretty well in the bag. Stretch time coming up here in Denver. Rockies lead this one 6-0. Digging in and looking for more, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Run it out, run it out.
Ground to second. LeMahieu's got it. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
Tuesday Night Baseball from Denver, Colorado and Coors Field. Tonight, the second of 4 to begin the week between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Colorado Rockies. It's Rockies baseball on the show, and it comes your way next. Herman Marquez will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Now, boys, we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight. They've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Yeah, Matty, this team is red hot right now. They're really playing well. They threw a shutout in their last game. They're really swinging the bats well. This team is certainly coming together and peaking at the right time.
A ball and a strike now. No score here as we play inning number 2. This one's smoked the other way, high and deep to left, into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot here to left, number 22 on the year, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field.
Here's Nolan Arenado. He enters this one second in the National League round trip category. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fly ball out to straightaway left. James moving in, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively. And let's focus on the captain of the defense, Yadier Molina. Future Hall of Famer, ability to control a pitching staff and shut down the opposition's running game.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Darren James. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Carpenter, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. Popped up. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. Digging in to try it again, Nolan Arenado. Flied out in his first at-bat, so it'll make him 0 for 1 so far. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Into the bleachers, and gone. Nolan Arenado touches them all. Number 21 for him. Striding in for the Rockies, Sean Rodriguez comes into.
Sean Rodriguez.
The windup and the 0-1. In the air out to left. James has a read on it. And he makes the catch for the second out. The next to bat for St. Louis, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. To the bottom of the 6th inning. Darren James will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a strike. Ozuna stands at second with 2 gone. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. He pulls into second safely as also on the play a run comes across to score.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Digging in once again, Yadier Molina, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Now batting, right fielder, Joey Rickard.
And he lays off, ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done. Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. His numbers against Brian Shaw, he's hitless in 3 at-bats. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Grounded to the right. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Coming to the plate now, David Peralta, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hard ground ball to third. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with 1 away. Cutting it close here, but he comes.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
And this evening's contest comes to a close. 5-3 the final. St. Louis posted 4 runs in the 8th on the way to victory. Mitchell Estrada gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Greg Holland closes the door for the save, his 3rd of the campaign. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. It's a night better suited perhaps to be in a ski lodge somewhere. settling in now, Darren James. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. And this is taken outside for ball one. Well, boys, we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
Now the 2-0 is taken, strike one. Two and two.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay throw, and it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him.
Oh, you hate to see guys run into outs, especially when it's because of an unnecessary risk. He had 2 all the way, and he clearly should have just been happy with that.
Now at the plate, David Peralta. He flew out in his last at-bat. 1 out, nobody on. On the ground to the left side. Scooped up on the backhand. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Dan, after that base.
Now in the box, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. In there for strike one, 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Come on!
Hard on the ground towards short. Story scoops it up. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. So the Rockies lineup turns over, and to the plate, Tony Kemp. Couple of ground outs on his batting line in 2 trips so far. A swing and a ground ball to third. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square.
Stepping up to the plate, Darren James. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. And this one is gone. A home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 23 for him thus far. And the Cardinals lead it now 3-0.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
The batter, number 28, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
This is lifted out to left. James moves over, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, he didn't even break a sweat in this one. 3 pitches, he gets the out and heads to the clubhouse to celebrate. Can't do much better than that.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. The Cardinals took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Jack Flaherty wins his 3rd of the season. It's a beautiful day here in the Mile High City as we welcome you to Coors Field. Today, getaway day, the finale. Kyle Freeland gets the start for Colorado in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the fours. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the fours indicates.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. These Rockies guys, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, they played a heck of a game first game of this series and then dropped the last 2, not playing really good baseball. They have to find a way to win this one.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Cards leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. In now for Colorado, Trevor Story. We show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. Story swings, and this ball is hammered to deep left field.
1-1-1.
Into the bleachers and gone.
Yeah, and that's what you call a dream scenario or an absolute nightmare, depending on.
At the plate, David Dahl looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will, just to the right of the chalk, a fair ball. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. So some life with 2 away as he's into. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
Yeah, Matt, that last at-bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Gone!
Wow, not every call is going to go your way. And there are some pitchers that pitchers think are pitchers.
Digging in, Darren James will start things out as we begin the 5th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
1-0 the count. Now the 1-0. Is a fastball taken high for a ball. James hails from the Prairie State of Illinois. He was taken in the 26th round during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Blackman is camped under this one, and he's got it for out number 1. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Nolan Arenado. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Arenado.
This one's hit deep out to left center field. James going back on it, and it's gone as they add still another.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see?
Digging in now, Darren James. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. The 1-0 home. Line drive to center field. Blackman is there, 2 gone.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good.
Striding into the box, Kyle Freeland. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 9th inning coming up. It's the Rockies 7 and the Cardinals nothing. So stepping in, Darren James. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fly ball out toward left center field. On the run is Dahl. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from
you're
first.
Good. Stay here, stay here.
And I think that may have been a situation where the runner on first was waiting to see if the ball was going to get down or not. If there were 2 outs, he most likely scores there. Instead, he has to hold at third. Can't really fault him for that, though.
Into the box, Yadier Molina. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Catch is made.
Right here,
runner tagging from third. And a relay home. Plate taking a chance down a bunch, but it's a 7-2 contest now. Cardinals down to their final strike here. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
7-2 the final score this afternoon. The Rockies took the lead in the second inning and rode that until
A player is challenged to raise the bar defensively.
And it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here to start things out in the bottom of the inning.
Leading off for St. Louis, left fielder.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Ball 2 now.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get beat.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Hit in the air out to right. Tomlinson over to his left. Makes the play, 1 away.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 31, Drew Torres.
In a close game like this, you look for that one guy who produced when it mattered most, and this is the guy. He's our top player of the game.
It wasn't a huge offensive day for him.
MLB The Show has base. Alex Reyes is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, one of the strengths of this guy is handling right-handed hitters. Right-handers coming into this game are hitting under 250 against this guy, so he's doing a lot of things right when the right-handers step into the batter's box.
Digging in now for Kansas City, Salvador Perez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Ready with the 0-2. Line toward the gap in left center. And they're going to hit the board first tonight as this ball's down for extra bases. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And he'll reach second now with one away.
Definitely an aggressive approach here. Down.
In now, Darren James. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. First pitch on its way. A high fastball is in there. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, Dero, Woody Keller's a good umpire, but at times the consistency kind of wavers a little bit. I'm not sure if you'd say he's a low ball umpire.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. It's on to inning number 2 now in St. Louis. The Cardinals are out in front, 3-1. So digging in now, Darren James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Duffy sets. Here's the first pitch. Here's a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Sent out to straightaway center field. Bonifacio's under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So next to the plate for the Royals, Manuel Montoya. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Montoya.
The 1-1. Little flare out to left. This will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out. And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James moves over. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Stepping up now, Kevin Sierra, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And that's off the left field wall. And the run will score from second as we are once again tied 3-3.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could.
Coming to the plate, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. Shot here to left. 24 home runs for him on the season, and it's now 6-4.
And this is an all-familiar sight, something we've seen all season long. When they need a clutch hit or an offensive blast, he's their go-to guy, and this is just one example in a long line of many. He's fun to watch.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Lifetime against Drew Storen. A number of meetings. He's 1 for 7. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James moves over, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Manuel Montoya.
Manuel Montoya.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a soft liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he didn't try and do too much. He took what the pitcher gave him, got the front foot down, and was able to fist feed a soft liner over the infielder's head.
Standing in, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
Leadoff base hit to start the bottom of the 9th inning right here. Everybody in the dugout on their feet, top stepping it. We're going to see if he works a bunt, hit and run. I don't know. Maybe he's swinging for the gap and he gets to be the hero himself.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. The winning run is at first base. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. Runner back safely. And again a throw, and he'll get back in safely. Now the 1-2 pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw's going to go on to first, so a perfect sacrifice there is now the go-ahead run moves into scoring position here.
Now batting, center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Hit on the ground out to short. Montoya comes up with it, and that's the second out. Colton Wong will stand in as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. Now the 3-2 pitch, pulled high in the air out to right field. Soler is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Here's Kelby Tomlinson. And he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. Lifted in the air out to left. DeYoung onto the grass. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Striding in once again, Darren James. A 2-out hit'd win it. Pass ball or wild pitch would do the trick just as well. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a slider.
This game is getting interesting real quick. The last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
Two and 0 now.
2 balls, no strike.
Line drive to center field. Bonifacio is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. A couple of walks, but no damage. 10 innings in the books. On to the 11th. Still tied.
Up next for the Warriors, left fielder, Jeremy.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Hold it.
Man, that was definitely a hard-earned victory, but that's what's going to make it even more satisfying. They take it in 12 innings on the road, and it's all smiles now.
Afternoon baseball now on a lazy Sunday afternoon. Mitchell Estrada will be towing the rubber for the Cardinals. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Nice piece of hitting right there. When you're facing a young blood on...
Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James. He's got an opportunity here in a bases-loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs.
High and deep to center field. Brasky racing back at the track. Gone! It's a grand slam! So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. Number 25 for him on the year, and it's now 5-3.
Wow, you can understand what the pitcher's thinking. He doesn't have an empty base, and he needs to get ahead of the count. All he wants to do is get that first pitch over for a strike, but the batter knew the same thing, and he jumped all over it, smashing it into seats for a 4-run blast.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Darren James. He went deep for a grand slam in his first at-bat.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
This is the cat and mouse that I love right here. You take the pitcher deep last time up. Now you're 2-0 again. No way he gets a fastball right here.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Ready with the 3-0 pitch.
Come on, beat it out,
Hit
beat
hard on
it
the
out,
ground
beat it out.
towards second. Merrifield scoops it up, and that's the first out. Ready once again, Darren James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch on its way. And that one stayed too low apparently. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one.
Playing 11, 1-1.
The 1-1 misses, ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Three and 1 to the Cardinals left fielder. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Now batting. Catcher.
Ready for another shot now. Andreas Zamora. He flew out in his last at-bat. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Darren James will stand in now as we take you back to the very first inning as he got him going early. A grand slam right out of the gates. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. 7 runs, 10 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here.
And that's what he gets paid to do, shutting them down for another save. That's an even 100 for his career, so congrats are in order.